Aloha, my name is Samantha Pauso. I am with Hawaiian Electric's Education and Consumer Affairs Department. Today we are here with Dennis Huang, who is with the University of Hawaii Sea Grant College program. During a natural disaster, the goal is to safely shelter in place. So Dennis, what are some things that homeowners could do to better prepare their home for a natural disaster?
Thanks, Sam. Hi, my name is Dennis Huang. I'm with the University of Hawaii Sea Grant College program. We're going to explain a lot of things homeowners can do to prepare their house for hazards, and a lot of it's going to be in the free Homeowners Handbook. Google this, the book, or University of Hawaii Sea Grant College program, and you get a free copy. In January 2020, this roof blew off, and it wasn't even a hurricane. The winds were 20 to 30 miles per hour, but there were gusts up to 50 miles per hour, which simulated a weak hurricane. And this is how older homes in Hawaii will perform during a weak hurricane. This is why we recommend as a first step to tie the roof to the wall together with hurricane clips. Here's an H3 clip, and you can see it ties the roof to the wall. This is for a single wall house. They also make this Hawaii plantation tie clip to tie the roof to the wall, and you can see it will serve the same purpose. Between these two clips, almost every wall, every house in the state could be retrofitted. So in the handbook, there are options to protect your windows. One is plywood, which is the cheapest, most readily available. We always recommend the 4 Ps. Pre-measure the panel, pre-cut, pre-label, so we know which panel goes with which window, and pre-drill. We're going to show you an installation shortly. Another option is polycarbonate panels. These are just coming into Hawaii now. They're much lighter than plywood, but they're just as strong. They're a little more expensive. Another option is hurricane fabric. This is light and easy to store. It's suitable for large or unusually shaped windows, and this is becoming a more popular option in Hawaii. The other option we'd like to show you is impact-resistant glass. Very strong. It'll pass missile tests. It will protect you from hurricanes and burglars. Those are just 4 of the options, and in the book there are even more. To attach either plywood or polycarbonate panels or any other panel to your windows is with storm panel screws. You drill it into the framing of your window up to this space here. This part sticks out. During normal conditions, it's covered with a white cap. When there's an incoming event, you pull the white cap off, you hang the panel, and you fasten it with this wing nut.
All great advice, Dennis. Thank you for sharing with us. It's always important to prepare our home, but as much as we prepare it, if you are located in an evacuation zone or a flood zone, you may not have that option of sheltering in place. So we're gonna shoot it over to Sable on Maui. She's with the Red Cross, and they're gonna go over some important evacuation plans to help you prepare to arrive at a shelter and what to expect when you get there. Sable?
Hi, I'm Sable Bisson, Public Affairs Specialist for Hawaiian Electric on Maui County. And thank you to our friends on Oahu for sharing some very important information about how to prepare your families and your homes in the event of an emergency. We do know, though, that sometimes you're not able to shelter in place, and it's important to have an evacuation kit ready and your family prepared. With me, I'm joined today by Gordon Gillis from the Red Cross here on Maui, and he will share some information about how to prepare yourselves, what you should have on hand, and what plans you should have prepared for your families. Thank you for joining me today, Gordon.
Hi, I'm Gordon Gillis, and I'm a Red Cross volunteer. I want you to take a moment to feel your house shaking in the wind. Imagine your street filling up with rushing water, or you hear the tsunami warning sirens go off. Do you know how you would respond? Are you prepared? It is important to plan how you would evacuate. You may choose to go to a hotel, stay with friends or relatives, or go to an evacuation shelter if necessary. Find out where your nearest shelter is and figure out the best way to get there. You should have an evacuation kit that includes sleeping bags or blankets for each person, and a complete change of clothing, face coverings, and sturdy shoes for each family member. And the important papers and documents, put them in a waterproof bag or on a USB flash drive and take them with you. You should also ensure that your car has a full tank of gas or is fully charged if you have an electric vehicle. It's also important to have a meeting plan if you become separated or cell service is lost. Choose 2 places to meet, one near your home in case of a sudden emergency and one outside of your neighborhood in case you cannot return home. It is also helpful to have an out-of-area emergency contact if local phone lines are overloaded or out of service. Ensure that everyone in your family knows to turn on the radio or TV to get alerts, and that everyone knows what the tsunami siren sounds like. Make sure everyone has their phones set to get civil defense alerts and that those alerts make sound. Make sure also that important paperwork, documents, insurance documents, licenses, and other things are together and easy to find. Taking just a little bit of time this weekend to prepare for emergencies will make everyone feel more safe and sound. After you do make a plan, practice it, just like fire drills in school. Your family should practice evacuating the home every 6 months. That way, when the time comes, you and your loved ones will be prepared. By helping yourself, you are helping us help everyone. So mahalo for your time and enjoy a safe hurricane season.
Mahalo, Gordon, for joining us and for sharing your knowledge. Also during a storm, it's likely you may come across a downed power line. So we just want to remind the public to always assume that the lines are energized and to stay at least 30 feet away. And if someone is in danger, to call 911 and to not attempt to help them yourself. You can learn more safety tips by visiting Red Cross at redcross.org/Hawaii or by visiting hawaiianelectric.com/prepare. Now, with more information about how to keep your animals safe during an emergency, we go to Sherry over on Hawaii Island.
Hi, I'm Sherry Thornton, Education and Community Consultant for Hawaiian Electric on Hawaii Island. I had the privilege of meeting Daylin Kyles, President and founder of Aloha Ilio Rescue, who shared tips on how we can keep our pets safe during emergencies. Let's take a look.
Aloha Ilio Rescue is a rescue here, mainly based out of the east side of the island, although we do assist everybody on the entire island. We rescue dogs, we educate the community, we are community driven, and we believe in taking the utmost best care that we can of our dogs that are in our care and finding them the greatest homes. First of all, absolutely make sure your pet is microchipped. Microchips are embedded in your dog, and it is the absolute ownership of a dog if it should ever come to court or you need to show proof of ownership of a dog. Microchips are that. But in the case of an emergency and your dog running off, whether it's 4th of July or hurricanes or anything, you should have a collar and a tag on your dog, which your name and your phone number, your first name and your phone number. It is easier for people than having to take a dog and get it scanned. So ultimately, have a microchip on your dog, and secondly, have a animal ID tag on your dog with your phone number on it to make it easy. Also have food prepared for your animal and water, like you would for you in case of a hurricane. Make sure your pets are cared for as well. Make sure that they're inside, make sure that they're safe, and that you have rations for them for at least a week. Honestly, right now, there's not too many resources. I would encourage people to, now where there is no storm on our horizon at this moment, I would be making contact with family or friends and finding a place where your pet can go in case that emergency happens. Don't do it when it's already happening. That is way too late. Prepare now. Call your family, call your friends, see if you can drop off your dog there or your cat there, or make sure it's someplace safe that you can leave your animal. Right now, there is nothing available that you can take your pet to other than an animal shelter, control shelter. But hopefully we can change that here in the near future and look to having a place where we can take pets that are in need in case of an emergency.
Thank you, Daylin, and thank you to our friends on Maui and Oahu. We hope you found these tips helpful to prepare for hurricane season. For more information on emergency preparedness, visit our website at hawaiianelectric.com. Mahalo and stay safe.